what there were to keep this cab strong and straight and level was a vertical rod that went all the way up through to a similar sill all the way around the cab at the top. So there's this 3/4 inch rod that went all the way up to the roof and then went down in underneath and is bolted on underneath this. There's another sill inside of this one. There were originally, we thought there were 10, but it turned out that Laconia had not put one of them in for whatever reason over in the other end of this side, so they left one out. But what we had to do when we took the cab off, we had to cut every one of these because they were so badly rusted. There was no way to get them off. Plus, we still would not. We couldn't go up through. When they built this, they had a much higher ceiling, and they could drop them down through. We couldn't do that, so we had to cut them. And then the problem was, after we got everything back together, how do we join this original upper with what we had to make down below, a new one, about an 18, 20-inch piece? Well, what we did was we bought these threaded couplings. And originally I thought we could thread that on here. Well, that turned out not to be possible. But we did thread the new piece rather. This is, I say, about 20 inches long, 18 inches long. Has a nut on the bottom. And we threaded this and just screwed it up inside of here and welded this on here. Now you wonder, well, is welding going to be dangerous and set it on fire? The answer is yes, it probably would have been. So what we did is we pulled this way out because there was nothing here attaching it at the bottom, put a block under here to hold it out, and then we had a welder that was very cool as welders go. It didn't have a very hot, not a big spark. Welded it on, put it back, and then screwed the other one up from underneath. Now, there were problems all along the way. It took a lot of fussing and fiddling, but now the cab is bolted down with 8 out of the original 9 rods that held it down. One of them just didn't line up, but we feel that we've certainly tightened it up well enough. As you can see, it didn't fall apart when it rocked. Looking inside the cab, and then you'll get better. Maybe we should talk about that when we're up inside. But looking right here, we're not sure whether this is what they had here originally. The floor on this side had rotted away, but we wanted to preserve the original floor, yet we needed to have it so people wouldn't fall through. And what we did was made this big wood sill here that covered over the original sill as well as the floor inside.